friend. Well, here's a quote for today. I spent years trying to be everything for everyone else, thinking that if I could just do enough, say the right things, and keep everyone happy, I'd finally feel good about myself. Have you ever felt like that? That by keeping everyone happy, you'd start feeling good about yourself? Well, this quote is from the book, The Let Them Theory. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Well, this book has had a powerful impact on my life. And basically what the let them theory is allowing other people to do what they are going to do and to allow ourselves to do what we're going to do. And to not base our actions and our decisions on the things that other people do, but we let them do it. And what this theory is all about is releasing control. And the let me is also part of the theory. So it's let them and let me. So I will let other people do what they're going to do, and I will let me do what I am going to do. And this is a powerful way to look at life, because when we base our decisions on what everyone else is doing and trying to keep those people happy, again, that's our people-pleasing tendencies. And so when we do this, we are giving our power away. And so here's another quote from the book. Anytime you internalize other people's thoughts, actions, and feelings as evidence that somehow you're a bad person or that you're doing something wrong, you are giving your power away. You are giving your power to that other person. But the reality is, and this is also in the book, that true power lies in our response to things. So think about that. Your true power is in the way you respond to what other people do. Your power, we don't give away our power based on how other people view us, but we reclaim our power based on how we feel about ourselves. And this book really helps you do it. I mean, it's a learning tool for how to accomplish that. And when I first started reading the book, so I've had some pretty major trauma in my life. And my first thought was, well, she doesn't get it that if other people do hurtful things to me, it's hard to just say, let them do it, because these issues from the past keep coming up. I'm being triggered. So for instance, if a friend or a friend group leaves me out, or a friend stops calling me and stops getting together with me, rather than what I was believing when I first started reading this book was, rather than saying, well, just let them, I had to deal with the fact that that was a hurt and that was a pain and that felt like abandonment to me. And it's not that we don't recognize those feelings, because we do. But when we recognize those feelings and then allow ourselves to believe that because someone else has left me out of something, a friend group has left me out of an event, or a friend stops calling and stops getting together with me, because if we allow those actions by other people to make us feel like we are a bad person or we have done something wrong, that is how we're giving our power away to that other person and to their actions. But when those things happen, yes, we can say, that makes me feel sad, that makes me feel left out, but it doesn't define me. And I can let them do that. That is their decision to do it. And it doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. And then the other piece of the let them theory is let me. So let them and let me. And so I have to decide, what am I going to do now? Yes, I have this sadness, this feeling of being left out, but I can examine it and I can say, well, how often am I calling these people or getting together with them? Or maybe this friendship really isn't a good friendship for me. Maybe it's something I need to let go of. And so I can make the choice. I can take back my power. And I think I resisted this concept at first because it is hard to do. It's hard when someone does something that feels hurtful to you. And so why is this so hard? Well, one of the reasons, or a big part of why this is so hard, is because we really want safety. We want acceptance and connection. That is just part of our DNA. When we feel like we are kicked out of the tribe, that is a powerful, powerful thing for us. We need that connection. We need other people. And so if someone pulls away or disapproves of us or acts differently than how we wish they would act or hoped they would act, then we can feel like, ooh, what did I do wrong? Oh, maybe I can just go and explain myself better to that person. Maybe if I bend and twist and, put a mask on and become someone different, then they will accept me. Then they will connect with me. Because again, that acceptance and that connection is just so innate to our needs as a human being. And so that's why this theory of let them can be kind of difficult at first. Because if we think if we're just perfect, then everything will be okay. But that's not the truth. The hard truth is that controlling other people's emotions, controlling other people's actions is really impossible. They're going to do those things anyway, no matter how we act or what we do. People will just do those things. And the more we try to control other people's actions through our people pleasing, then the more frustrated we become and the more anxious we become. It just takes away from our energy because we spend a lot of energy on trying to be who other people want us to be so they won't leave us. And like I said at the beginning, I kind of resisted this idea at first because it's hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard to not want other people's approval. But here's what happened to me and could happen to you when you start practicing this let them theory, okay? You can take your power back. Well, what does that mean? Well, I think it means we start trusting ourselves. We stop abandoning ourselves and we come home to ourselves. And we're able to take our energy back. So instead of rushing, trying to fix and control other people and their actions, we can spend that time on things that truly matter to us and ways to care for us and for us to learn and grow and heal. And when we practice the let them theory and the let me theory, we can oftentimes discover who are the people in our life that we really want in our life. If we're trying to get everyone's approval and acceptance, then it's hard for us to really recognize who are those people that really matter to us and that we really want in our life. But when we step back and we do the things that are right for us, we can recognize, the things that person does, that doesn't really feel good to me. Maybe that's a friendship. Maybe that's a relationship I need to let go of. And when we practice the let them theory, our confidence grows. And like I just said, our self-trust grows. And that is so important, to be able to trust ourselves. And so in the month of September and through October, a little bit in October, we are going to be talking about the let them theory. I'll be sharing ideas in my newsletter. So if you want to sign up for that, I'm going to leave the link below so you can get worksheets to follow along with the book and the things that I'm discovering in the book. And then on October 13, that's a Monday night at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a live Zoom call or Zoom meeting. and have some discussion about the book. And I think that will be really great. You can come and share what you've learned from the book and learn from other people what they have gotten from the book, because I think this is a really powerful movement. So how can we actually practice this let them theory? And I'll be sharing a lot more about that in upcoming videos, but just to get you started, when something happens, when we are triggered, and first we feel that in our body. That's why it's so important to trust ourselves. And also part of that trust is what we feel in our body. So something happens and it doesn't feel good. So first is the pause. And I've said it before and I will say it again, always the pause. Just pause and think about what's happening in your body. What's happening in your mind? What are you experiencing in that moment? Because it's only when we become aware of these things that we can start dealing with them. And when we have that pause, then we can say, is this something I need to let go of, that I cannot control? And then the next thing that we can do after we think about that, what is mine to control? What is someone else's business, someone else's thing to control? Then we can recognize, again, their behavior is theirs. And what is my responsibility? What are boundaries that I need to have? And what are the choices that I have in this situation? Okay? And not to confuse what is their responsibility and my responsibility. Their choices and my choices. Okay? The pause helps us to keep that separate. And then we can, when we recognize what we can actually do to control ourselves and not try and control other people, then we can anchor back into ourselves. And again, that's a way to not abandon ourselves to please other people, but to come home to ourselves. That's so important. And this helps us, like I said before, this helps us figure out how to create space for the things we truly value in our life, for the things we truly want in our life, and to make space for those good, trusting, safe, and supportive relationships. Okay, so again, remember, on October 13, we are going to have a discussion about the whole book. And this is the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. It's a best-selling book. And so I hope you will join us. And if you'd like to get more information about the book and things that I'm learning from it, sign up for our newsletter. My newsletter is called The Healing Stone, because it really is about healing, moving forward, and recovering from people-pleasing. All right, thanks so much for being here today. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.